Good morning, students. Welcome back. Today we are going to start with Unit 2, What is Around Us. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. We are starting this chapter with a child asking his mother, "What is land made up of?" The mother answers by saying that, like us, even the sun, which he sees every morning, has a family known as the solar family. Our Earth is one of the members of the solar family. It is the only planet on which life can sustain as it has suitable temperature, water, and air. After collision, the part of the sun which got detached from the sun is the earth. At first, the earth was in the form of a fireball which started to cool down slowly. Many elements of the earth got transformed into liquid form and then further into solid form. Now, during the process of cooling down of the earth, the elements which got transformed into various forms, they are as under: into solid form known as lithosphere, into liquid form known as hydrosphere, and into gaseous form known as atmosphere. So, the living world that developed due to land, water, and air came to be known as biosphere. So, in this way, the four spheres came into existence on Earth. When we talk about lithosphere, you must have seen land on which buildings are made. When you talk about hydrosphere, the various water bodies we are talking about here. When you talk about atmosphere, the oxygen that we get for breathing. And when you talk about biosphere, it is the place, a combination of land, water, and air. Let's start with lithosphere. Litho means rock and sphere means layer. The sphere on which we live is called lithosphere. It is the rigid outermost shell of the earth, which is made up of soil and solid materials like rocks. It extends to about 29% of the surface of Earth and is about 64 kilometers to 100 kilometers thick. The thickness of lithosphere is not similar everywhere, and the interior and exterior does not have identical physical features. That's why if we move around from one place to another, the physical features of each place are different. Mountains, plateaus, plains and valleys are seen on the lithosphere. Temperature increases as we move towards the center of the earth. The molten rocks present in the interior of the earth are called magma. The pressure and heat inserted by the gases present in the interior of the earth and the pressure of rocks on the surface of the earth maintains the balance, due to which earth does not break. When the balance is not maintained, the crust breaks and a volcano erupts. Now children, I hope you all have understood what is lithosphere. The land on which we live is part of lithosphere. Now we move on to hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is the liquid water component of the earth. It includes oceans, seas, lakes, ponds, rivers and streams. It covers 71% of the surface of the earth and is home for many plants and animals. Oceans are huge, deep and carry huge amount of water. These oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Arctic Ocean. The oceans are connected with each other. The water bodies close to the land are known as seas, bays, straits, gulfs, etc. The ocean bed has similar features like that of the surface of the earth, that is high mountains, plateaus, vast plains, valleys, etc. 97% of surface water is in oceans and seas. So we call this water as marine water or saline water, as it has more amount of dissolved salts and is not fit for drinking. 3% of remaining water is fresh water, as dissolved salt content is very less and so it is fit for drinking. Such water is locked in glaciers, ice caps, followed by underground water, rivers and lakes. So, fresh water is precious as it is required by humans to exist. The moisture for rain comes from oceans. Valuable chemicals, minerals, salt, fishes, etc. are found in seas. The tremendous force of waves, tides, and currents of oceans are used for generating electricity. So, children, I hope you have understood hydrosphere. It includes all the water bodies that are present on the earth. If we don't preserve the water bodies, we will not be able to get fresh water for drinking also. So, preserve the hydrosphere. Next, we move on to the atmosphere. Atmosphere is the blanket of gases which surrounds Earth and is retained by Earth's gravitational attraction. It extends approximately up to 1600 kilometers from the surface of the Earth. It is composed of various gases, water vapor, dust particles, smoke, salt, microorganisms, etc. It contains roughly 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen and 1% of other gases like argon, carbon dioxide, etc. As we move higher from the surface of the earth, the amount of most of the gases decreases. The atmosphere contains the air we breathe, protects life from harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun with the help of ozone gas. It is a major element of the water cycle and keeps the climate on Earth moderate compared to that of other planets. The atmospheric effect on human beings can be seen in every aspect of life, whether it is the food habits, clothing, habitat, color, economic activities, etc. The dust particles present in atmosphere help in spreading of sun rays. It helps in reflecting of the sun rays, due to which we receive light of the sun. It helps in spreading sound, and that's why radio and television telecast is possible. So children, we come to the end of this session. In the next session, we are going to learn about the combination of all the three spheres, lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, which is the biosphere. We are also going to learn the human activities that are hindering the biosphere and how we can conserve and preserve our environment. Till then, bye, thank you, and in the next session we are also going to explain about the worksheets that we will be doing. Thank you.